What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. I have just saw the Yordenis Ugas versus Shawn Porter fight. And I would like to call the police because I'm reporting a robbery. Yordenis Ugas was robbed. There's no question about it. I looked at that fight. I witnessed the commentation was bullshit. Lennox Lewis and Joe Goosen, and I don't know who the other guy is, but everything that Shawn Porter did. And Shawn Porter didn't really land a lot of solid punches. He landed a lot of hustle punches, a lot of grazing shots. Yordenis Ugas countered him all night. He made the adjustment, and I think in the third round, and beat him every round, I believe, except for round 6 and 10. 11's debatable, but here's the deal. The knockdown, that was a knockdown, a legitimate knockdown. It wasn't a slip. And they ruled it a slip. And Jack Reese normally doesn't call it like that, but that was a fucking knockdown. He hit this guy to the left temple. Shawn Porter went down. They said it was a slip. It was no slip. He punched him, and he was on his way down. That's a knockdown. And they knew that this fight was shitty and shady from the beginning. Shawn Porter missed weight. Wouldn't by much, but, Shawn goes in there and changes his whole game plan up. His whole game plan was to not be Shawn Porter. That was his best way to win. He gave the space that Ugas needed. Counter right over the jab like he did all night long, clean punches, right? Favoritism was in the first degree. Lennox Lewis was talking so much shit. Oh, he's not landing. Those punches to the body are not landing the way they should. The punch, he's not throwing any head punches. And Goosen like, no, he is throwing the legit head punches. He is throwing the harder, cleaner shots. Well, I didn't see that, Yeah, because you're Mr. fucking PBC. You sold your soul to these cocksuckers, and they own you. So you're paid to commentate a certain way. Ugas won that fight, hands down. Ugas chased this motherfucker down. Shawn Porter looked defeated. He looked defeated. You normally see how a fight goes in a fighter that's confident and in his performance. Shawn Porter was not. Shawn Porter was like, yep, they bought this shit. He's thinking this up, yep. He didn't even look overjoyed. You know what I mean? But that was a bullshit decision. And this is the sport that I love, that I hate so much. You got corrupt judges. One judge got it right, 116, 111. That's pretty much, 10 rounds to 2, I believe that is. Right? Yeah. So, it sucks for Ugas, coming from Cuba, coming from a place that doesn't really have a country behind them because they really don't support professional boxing. Amateurs, sure, all day long, because they got fucking dictators over there. We know this. But because of that, he doesn't have a country, doesn't have a backing. He doesn't have the support that he needs. That's why a lot of Cuban fighters don't get a fair shake. And this is another example of it. Look at the Islandi Lara Canelo fight. Didn't get a fair shake in that shit either. And he could have sworn. Look at Ugas' expression. Look at how he reacted. He was like, I got that shit. I won this fight. I beat Shawn Porter. Had Shawn Porter running around away? Shawn Porter doesn't run away from anything. He tried to counterpunch the counterpuncher and got his ass whooped because he couldn't do that. I don't know what Kenny Porter's game plan. I don't know why. He fought the wrong game plan. But hell, I guess any game plan would have been okay for him because he won. That's the problem with the fight game these days. You don't have legit decisions. That fight should have, and I understand it was close. It was close on the scorecards, 115, 113. You know what I mean? But still, all in all, the first one, I think, was the culprit. The first judge scorecard was like 8 rounds to 4. I couldn't give fucking Shawn Porter 8 rounds. I don't see where he won 8 rounds. There's no fucking way he won 8 rounds. He might have won 4. That shit should have been reversed. So yeah, I'm calling the police because I'm reporting a robbery. I had to counterpunch this shit. This is terrible. You know, and I was excited to see this fight. So, you know, I got down, I sit it, I watched it, and it was 8 rounds to 4, Yordenis Ugas. And in the 11th round, Ugas actually landed a right, and just so happened Shawn threw a left that caught off guard, you know. And then you should have seen Lennox Lewis. Oh my God, look at that! Look, he staggered him. I'm like, no, he fucking didn't stagger him. You know, no, he didn't. And let me ask you this, guys. Why do you think Shawn Porter, because I have the full fight, and I'll send it below, let you guys check it out. Why would Shawn Porter coast like he did? He didn't do shit in the 12th round after that knockdown. You know why? Because I think that motherfucker was hurt. I think he just coasted. And I don't think Yordenis Ugas really sensed that. I think Yordenis Ugas should have came and did more. But here's the problem. With Cuban fighters that are highly accurate, okay? They have to know when to turn it up and when not to. And I think that was the inexperience at that level. Sure, he beat Shawn Porter. He countered Shawn Porter. He hit Shawn Porter with the cleaner shots. And I'm looking at the fight, you know, round by round, punches landed. A lot of punches that you've seen Yordenis land, it didn't even show up in the fucking count. So I was like, okay, this is bullshit. Who's counting that? You see what I'm saying? All that's rigged to me, bro. This whole fight was bullshit, you know? And Shawn Porter got off with this split decision. And, you know, of course, PBC, he's a top PBC fighter. And Yordenis Ugas did the right thing, legitimate thing, worked his way, fought his way to the top, won 8 straight wins, okay? 5-time, national Olympic champion. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a fair shake professionally, though. That's not how it works. He had to knock this motherfucker out, but you got Jack Reese, you know, ruling it a slip. How do you rule that a slip? Come on, man. How do you do that? It's just retarded. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, Ugas was robbed tonight, guys. You know, I've been hearing other channels like, oh, well, this, that, and the other, but no, this was simply a robbery. And Ugas needs a fair shake, a fair crack at the whip. But of course, like the Deontay Wilder fight and Fury fight, the scorecards were shitty for some strange reason. You know what I mean? And this is no exception. PBC, you failed us. Thanks for the corruption, and I'm calling the cops. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.